Hi everyone, this is Regina. Welcome to my channel. This is my first vlog. And I decided that what I want to talk about this time is niching, or whether or not you need a niche. I had to think about that pretty hard because I've had this channel probably since 2005 and I haven't done that much with it. Mainly because originally I figured I was going to post my video book trailers for my books, and that was going to be it. That was all I was going to use it for. And I really hate to have a good channel go to waste. So I started thinking about what can I do? What kinds of videos can I make that will be interesting to people? And honestly, I'm not really comfortable being in front of a camera. This is not my thing at all, but I'm going to try anyway, because I really want to help to build my brand. I want to bring more people to check out my books and other things that I'm working on. And so the main thing I had to think about, as I said, was whether or not so much whether or not I needed a niche, but what my niche was going to be. And I didn't want to go so narrow that I wouldn't have enough topics. Excuse me. But I also didn't want to go so incredibly broad that I wasn't really interesting people to come and take a look. So what I ended up deciding, because anybody that's visited my channel has probably figured out by now that I'm an author. I write romance, but I also write articles. I also create print-on-demand designs for my print-on-demand store at Redbubble. I write articles as well, if I didn't mention that. So I kind of have this niche already that when I thought about it, I realized my niche is publishing. That's it. It's about creating content and publishing content. It's funny because 17 years ago, when I first started this publishing journey, I would have never thought that I would be creating designs for print-on-demand products other than books, like other than book covers, for example, and writing books. I would have never thought that I would be doing that. I knew I'd probably be writing articles because I've been doing that almost as long as I've been writing books. But essentially, the niche that I personally came up with for me was publishing, as I said. So I'm going to try to have videos talking about publishing. Some of them anyway. Some of them are still going to be video book trailers. If you haven't visited my site recently, I actually put up the first chapter in audio for Alien Deceptions. So you get to listen. You can listen to the entire first chapter of that book if you're not sure that that is a book that you might want to read. So that's a great way to check out my work and see if you would be interested in reading that book, which is the first book in a series. So video book trailers, I'm going to probably add more the audio of first chapters, because I know people like to listen to audiobooks. These won't necessarily be, won't necessarily be the exact same narrator for the actual audiobook. That's another thing I've got in the works, is getting all my books in audiobook. But at least it'll give you like a taste of what the story's about, how the characters react to certain situations, who the main characters are, that sort of thing, what the dialogue's like. It'll give you a really good idea and let you decide if that's a book you want to read. But anyway, back to the whole niche thing. I also plan on doing some videos that are like how to create print-on-demand designs from public domain artwork, because there's a lot of public domain artwork out there that would make very good print-on-demand designs. But my plan is to show you some things you can do with that artwork legally, and without necessarily being an artist. I do actually draw and paint as well, but sometimes I don't have time to sit down and create an actual piece of art that I can put on print-on-demand products. And so it's nice to be able to go and pull something from the public domain and then create, oh, pardon me, I have allergies and my nose just itches really bad sometimes. But anyway, I'm a little off topic here with niching, but the idea is it's about publishing. So that's another way to publish something. So I'll be showing you like how you can create print-on-demand designs as well. There might be a video about how to upload them quickly and easily to Redbubble, for example, as well, because that's really the only print-on-demand store I'm focusing on right now. I do have a Zazzle store, but my experience with Zazzle has just not been very positive. It's not that I don't like their products or I don't like, their website, but they're not as user-friendly to upload to as Redbubble is. So right now I'm focusing on Redbubble. But I was trying to think, there's the other thing I do, I almost forgot. I should have probably written myself out a little list of things that I publish, but I also create adult coloring books. And so I'll have some videos that are like, hey, this is my latest adult coloring book, and here are some of the designs, and I'm probably going to have videos where I actually am coloring one of my own designs, just so you can see how much fun it is and how easy it is. And I'll show you some art, or give you some art tips as well when you're coloring to make your coloring pages look more finished. So I think that'll be fun. But again, that's another publishing thing. I also publish other low content books under a different pseudonym, like planners and notebooks and this kind of thing. And I probably will have a few videos, maybe more than a few, that show you how to create low content books easily for free without, having to have the hassle of paying somebody else to do it, because it's really not that difficult to create low content books, but it's really a lot of fun to do. And that's something I like to do just sometimes when I can't think of, if I get writer's block or I can't think of what to draw, this kind of thing. I'll just be like, I'm going to create some notebooks today and upload 10 notebooks to Amazon. And, I'll show you where you can get artwork for the covers, how to modify it so that your cover looks different than other people's. Just again, it's all back to publishing. It's all back to publishing. No matter what I'm doing, it's creating something to publish. So I guess, it's creating content, just like these videos are content. So anyway, again, back to the niche. That was the niche that I decided to choose for this channel, was publishing. Again, you'll have some stuff about book marketing. You'll have some audio chapters of my books. You'll have some video book trailers. That's actually another thing I really want to do a video on sometime soon in the future. Is I figured out how to create video book trailers in Canva. And it is so much faster than using a lot of the big heavy-duty softwares. Like even, I was trying to think, it's even easier than Movie Maker. That's what I'm trying to say. It's easier than Movie Maker. It's easier than some of the other software out there. And plus, this way you don't have to download software to your computer, which is really awesome. So anyway, again, I'm off topic. Back to niching. That's the niche I chose. Publishing was the niche I chose for my channel. But I wanted to talk a little bit more, again, about what the video is supposed to be about, is whether or not you need a niche. So the answer is yes, you need a niche. But in my opinion, you need a niche that is broad enough that you'll be able to come up with enough content for it regularly that you won't get bored and you won't bore your viewers. You don't want to niche down so narrow. I've seen people go super narrow with niches, and I'm not going to give you an example of somebody else's narrow niche, but like for me, a narrow niche would be, let's say you decide that your target market, the people that you want to reach, are people that are interested in the period between 1900 and 1910. So you're going to go to the public domain. You're going to look for public domain artwork, fonts, things of this nature that were created during that time frame. And not only are you going to just do during the time frame of 1900 to 1910, you're only going to target women that are interested in that particular niche. And you're only going to use, you're only going to use women or artwork of women during that time frame. So only women between 1900 and 1910, and you're only going to target women. And then you're going to create print-on-demand designs within that niche and only that niche for your Redbubble store or some other print-on-demand store, Society6, Zazzle, wherever. Redbubble's not the only one. That's just the one that I happen to be using now. There's people that do that. That niche, they think they have to niche down so far that they're going to be so unique that they're going to they think they'll sell more designs and reach more people. And I agree that sometimes you can niche down to a certain point that can happen. But if you niche down too much, like I said, if you narrow your target market and your niche down too much, you're not going to reach enough people. You may not reach anyone. Or you might make a sale, 1 or 2 sales a month or something, or 1 or 2 sales every 2 or 3 months. You might find some people that really like that narrowed down of a niche, but you're not going to reach as many people. So I decided, again, for me, it was like, do I want to do a niche that is just my books, for example? So maybe I upload a book trailer every 6 months when I have a book out. And that would be it. And that's initially what I started out as. That's what I thought this channel was going to be. Was just the occasional book trailer. But the thing about that is you can't build a brand without having regular content. And so I realized the other day that I've got to do something. I've got to create more content for this YouTube channel so I can start building my brand. So I can start kind of showing people what I like to do, what I'm into. So it's not just about my books. It's not just about my writing. It's about publishing. But the other thing about that is it's going to be, I'm also going to have book reviews, I decided. So there's going to be some different things. So the niche isn't just publishing. I think, to be honest, the niche is probably publishing / book marketing / book reviewing. So publishing / books, take it how you want. The overall niche is publishing, but there's going to be other things there. So I hope that if you had that question in your head, do I have to have a niche? I hope that answers your question. Yes, you have a niche. You have to have a niche, but you have to have a broad enough niche that you can easily create regular content. Because if you narrow yourself down too much, you're going to run out of content. Excuse me. Not only are you not going to make as many sales, in my opinion, but you're going to have a hard time coming up with enough ideas for videos or articles or books or, whatever your niche is. You're going to have a difficult time if you narrow it down too much. So my suggestion, my advice is pick a niche that kind of can be an umbrella niche for all the other kind of smaller niches that you're interested in. Like I said, in my case, print on demand, publishing, book marketing, books in general, book reviews. Romance book reviews are probably going to be most of what I'm reviewing. But I also recently, I can't talk today again, sorry. Recently bought Publisher Rocket. So I definitely want to do a review about Publisher Rocket. I'm excited about getting a chance to use this software. It's a little spendy at $97, but I think it's going to be worth it to help me sell my books. But that would be another type of thing that I might do a review about. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I will respond. If you have a different idea about whether or not you need a niche, again, let's start a discussion down in the comments. I'd be happy to hear your opinion on whether or not you need to have a niche. Thanks a lot. Talk to you next time. Bye.